What?
A woman started noticing weird things happening around her house. Chairs moving in the kitchen, footsteps in the hallway, and loud banging coming from the attic. Thinking someone might be squatting, she called the police, but they didn't find anyone. One night, the noises came back, so she went to check it out herself, and what she saw in the attic scared her so much she ran out immediately. She freaked out when she finally checked the attic. There was this figure up there, crawling toward her on all fours in a way no normal person could. She screamed because whatever that thing was, it definitely didn't move like a human. So what do you think? Did she seriously run into something paranormal? Or is the whole story just made up? A woman in the Netherlands named Mary shared a TikTok about her youngest son, Matteo. He had been playing in his upstairs room when she suddenly heard him scream. She ran to check on him, and everything appeared normal. Later, though, she looked at the security camera footage and was stunned by what she saw. The video shows Matteo looking towards something unseen and acting as if he is arguing with it. Then, without anyone near him, the 2-year-old is suddenly knocked backward to the floor. Mary confirmed that he was not hurt. She then revealed a detail that makes the situation even stranger. She had originally been pregnant with triplets, but only Matteo survived, as the other 2 pregnancies stopped developing. Mary believes the presence he reacted to could be the spirits of the siblings he never got to meet. It raises a difficult question. What do you think was happening in that moment? A guy had just moved into a new place with his girlfriend. They were still living out of boxes, the fresh paint smell still hanging in the living room, when something seriously disturbing went down. One morning, while heading downstairs to get ready for work, he heard a long, slow creak, followed by faint footsteps coming from the next room. Alarmed, he ran back upstairs, grabbed his gun, and searched every corner of the house. There was nothing. No sign of anyone else being inside. They tried to chalk it up to the house settling. Then, a few nights later at exactly 2:24 a.m., the basement camera captured something that changed their minds entirely. Hearing disembodied voices in the middle of the night is unsettling for anyone. Some people think the couple isn't actually alone, that a presence connected to the property might still be there, stuck for reasons no one understands. Whatever is happening in that house, the truth behind it remains unknown. For years, Dustin has worked night shifts at a remote hotel deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a place notorious for its eerie quiet and unsettling atmosphere after dark. Over time, he became accustomed to strange noises, flickering lights, and the persistent feeling that he wasn't completely alone. But on one especially quiet night, with the hotel empty and his nerves already on edge, Dustin saw something in the reflection of a nearby screen that made his heart stop.
Okay, so I'm just sitting here watching Scooby-Doo, you know. It has been storming on and off all night. You can see there is nothing standing over here, right? But look. Like, this is me. The satellite went out because of the storms, so it wasn't working on the TV anyways. And like, but there's nothing there. And like, I turned.
Trying to capture proof, Dustin began filming the empty hotel lobby, emphasizing that no one else was there. As he panned the camera, he noticed a woman in a white dress staring at him in the TV reflection. Turning around, the space behind him was empty, but when he looked back, she was closer. Glancing again, nothing was there. Yet in the reflection, she appeared right behind him. Terrified, Dustin ran, desperate to escape. Was it a trick of the light, a hoax, or real evidence of a haunting in the Appalachian Mountains? Two paranormal investigators, brothers who run the YouTube channel Paranormal TV series, were contacted by a woman named Cherry. She believes a demon has been ruining her life. Her situation is heartbreaking. First, her father passed away. Then, not long after, her fiancé took the lives of their two children. Now, Cherry is alone, living in extremely difficult circumstances. The investigators say that in their 17 years of doing this work, they have never faced a case as tragic or as dangerous. Even so, they traveled to Cherry's home to look into what was happening. It did not take long for them to see why she feared that something dark had taken hold.
I hate God.
I hate God.
Holy.
Said I hate God. Why do you hate God? God is going to destroy you tonight. Where are you at right now? Are you watching us?
Worthless.
Worthless. Who's a worthless? Come on, tell me who's a worthless? I think you're worthless.
Possessed.
Possessed. Oh, no
my,
way.
That's crazy.
Possessed, that's what we want. Oh,
Is that what
something turn on, go out there, go. Something turned on out there.
Is that what you're wanting to do to Cheryl? Are you wanting to possess her? Is that what you're trying to do? Whoa, air. Something just blew. Here, you stand on here, screw this. Yeah, something just blew on my freaking neck.
Right there.
What was it?
Something. Yep. I did not hit anything. Like right when I walked by, something just grabbed hold of my head.
During their spirit communication session, the brothers begin receiving unsettling responses. Josh suddenly feels something grab him, while Sam experiences a sharp pain in his stomach and has to step outside to recover in the car. Josh remains inside the house. That is when the situation escalates into something far more frightening.
Please listen.
No way. Loud bang. said, please listen, and then a huge freaking bang back there. Okay, that's 3 times. 3 times I've been touched.
Why?
Why are you touching me? I mean, these are not just like little touches. These are big touches.
Josh hears loud banging noises coming from another part of Cherry's home. Shortly after, he feels something make contact with him again. They pause for a moment, then the brothers switch roles. As soon as they do, whatever is inside the house appears to become even more aggressive.
Holy you! Oh, you're. Oh my God! I'm not going. Oh, you are. You're going back where you came from. Holy, this is where I need Josh. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I'd say we're definitely dealing with a freaking demon.
To finish the investigation, they ask Cherry to stay inside by herself and attempt to communicate with what they now suspect is a demonic presence. Josh and Sam wait outside in their car. What happens next leaves them deeply disturbed.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
Me running.
There was a huge black shadow right next to the window. I mean, that, like, shh. I looked over and there was a huge black shadow right there next to the window.
Holy, let's just get out of here.
An unexplained dark shape suddenly slammed against the car window, terrifying the brothers. That moment convinced them the investigation needed to stop. They performed a cleansing of the home before leaving. Since then, Cherry reports that the disturbing activity has completely stopped, both in the house and in her life. The footage opens amid chaos, the camera shaking as a man and woman panic. Their focus is on a closet door in front of them, which shakes violently, as if something inside is trying desperately to escape. The rattling grows louder and more forceful, echoing through the room like pounding fists. The woman's voice quivers as she explains that the doors were brand new, installed just a week earlier, making the scene even more disturbing. Whatever was causing it couldn't be blamed on faulty hinges or loose fittings. This was something entirely different.
Hon, what is that? Hey God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. These are the new closet doors, guys. The new closet doors that we just installed. Oh my God, okay. Nothing. Nothing in the closet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Be careful.
Okay, no.
Okay, so clearly installing these doors, as you guys can see, we're still dealing with whatever is in our bedroom closet. I don't know, but freaked right out. Look at the dog. Like, what the hell?
The man edges forward, his voice trembling as he tries to calm them while the door shakes. Summoning courage, he opens it, and everything suddenly stops. Inside, the closet is completely normal. Clothes are neatly hung, shelves perfectly arranged, and nothing seems out of place. He checks the corners and behind the door, but finds nothing. The clip ends abruptly, leaving a heavy sense of fear and confusion. Late one night, Sarah Vargas was relaxing at home in the apartment she shares with her father in Colombia when she suddenly heard something disturbing coming from the unit next door. The family suspects the girl was possessed by a malevolent entity, and the police seem to concur. Sarah recalls that the screaming continued through the night, gradually fading in the early morning until it finally stopped. Without more eyewitnesses, it's difficult to know exactly what occurred, but the anguished cries from that apartment were undeniably chilling. A man believes that the spirit of his late wife still occupies their home, and he says the security cameras prove it. The footage shows odd movements, lights flickering for no reason, and dark shapes slipping through rooms. All of it has convinced him that her presence has come back. Take a look.
Guys, this is just a quick update because I gotta get to work. But when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely...
If his story is true, it seems his late wife's spirit is unsettled by the recent renovations. But that's just the start. At night, the TV turns on by itself to her favorite shows, old photos of them are knocked to the floor, and her perfume occasionally drifts through the bedroom despite the bottle being empty for years. Objects move on their own, lights flicker when he mentions moving on, and shadowy figures appear on his cameras. Now he's left questioning everything. Has his wife truly returned, or has something sinister taken her place? She was just filming a construction site to update her family. Nothing fancy. Then, out of nowhere, the video picked up something super weird. What started as a boring progress clip turned into one of the strangest moments she's ever caught on camera. She still has no clue what was going on. Check it out. In the clip, you can see this human-shaped figure pushing up from under a sheet, like someone standing up underneath it. Then the fabric falls, and there's nobody there. No shadow, no body, just space. Definitely gives you goosebumps. With how good editing and AI effects are now, it makes sense to be suspicious. The way that sheet moves does feel kinda too smooth, almost like it was animated. Still, some people swear it's an actual spirit caught in the act, noticed the camera, and poofed out of sight. So what do you think happened? Creepy ghost cameo or some clever digital trickery? Some hikers made a pretty insane find. What looked like a regular rock turned out to have these little door-like compartments leading into a tunnel. Nobody was brave enough to go inside, which totally leaves the big question hanging. What's hiding in there? You'd think someone must have explored it by now. Guess the story isn't over yet. Austin recorded something genuinely disturbing. In the middle of the night, loud, disembodied voices echoed through his home. They weren't muffled or hard to make out. They were sharp, unsettling, and completely unfamiliar. Even more frightening, the voices were coming from his own television while he slept.
So this has to be probably one of the most disturbing EVPs that I've ever captured. While I slept last night, I was actually falling asleep on my couch right here. And I literally heard a woman scream out my name, and from there I started to hear laughter and what I believe to be me coming out of my body. I end up staring at these closet doors here, and they were open, staring into the darkness, and I started yelling prayers out at this thing, knowing something dark was here with me, and I woke up with the chills and proceeded to bless my place afterwards. So it's truly creepy. So what I'm about to play you here is this really insane EVP I decided to film while I was sleeping last night, and what you're going to hear is what I just discovered happened while I was sleeping. And I'm also going to be going live tonight to see what else happens here, but it definitely validated my experience last night, in my opinion. There was truly something dark here for whatever that reason, I don't know, but here's the clip.
When Austin checked the recording the next morning, it terrified him. He prayed, blessed the house, and even went through each room with holy water. None of it helped. A few days later, he heard a voice whisper clearly that his closet was a portal. That night, while he was asleep, his camera captured something far worse. After that incident, Austin refused to sleep in that room any longer. He kept his distance from the closet and started researching the history of the house. What he discovered was alarming. Several former tenants had abruptly moved out with no explanation. Austin saved copies of all the footage, packed up his belongings, and made the decision to leave the house permanently. Urban explorer Colin, famous for his YouTube expeditions, traveled through France and discovered an abandoned two-story house, seemingly frozen in time with belongings left behind. He carefully documented the site with photos and videos for his audience, thoroughly recording his findings. Later, while reviewing the footage, he noticed a strange, unsettling anomaly that had gone unnoticed during the visit, giving his experience an unexpected, eerie twist.
Right guys, well that is it for today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Please go and check out the Instagram, which is the _. Also go and check out the Facebook page. Like always, I'll put all the pictures on Facebook, 10 of us on Instagram, and I'll see you on next week's video.
A close look at Colin's unedited footage shows a mysterious figure appearing to peek out from behind a curtain in the abandoned house. Every frame has been scrutinized, yet there's no evidence of anyone else being present during his exploration. The video is dominated by an unsettling silence, broken only by Colin's movements as he moves through the empty space. Interestingly, this eerie sighting wasn't the only oddity. After the video went live on YouTube, viewers quickly spotted another unexplained occurrence.
So we'll start with this one first, because this one looks like it's got a lot of stuff inside, and it has. I've got some more photographs here, look. The ceiling is completely covered in mould. Bit of condensation up in the corner again. Look at this, the cupboard completely filled with clothes still. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Look at that, it looks as if something's been climbing. And the bag just hit my leg. I thought someone tapped my leg. It looks as if something's been climbing in here and sleeping in here, maybe.
A strange event appears in the reflection of a bedroom cupboard mirror. A pair of feet can be seen beneath the window curtain, hinting at a hidden presence. However, when Colin points the camera directly at the curtain, the mysterious feet disappear. Reviewing the footage from just moments earlier shows no sign of them, and they weren't visible when he first entered the bedroom. Could it be that the urban explorer unknowingly captured not one, but two paranormal phenomena? This footage comes from Josh, who finally shared the terrifying happenings in his apartment. What he recorded has sparked a major online debate over what's real and what isn't. Take a look.
Okay, I keep hearing shit up here. Is nobody else home besides me? There's definitely what's gonna fall up here. I left it on, so that's okay. Again, I don't want to deal with this. I do not want to deal with this. Nope, not again. Not again, not again, not again, not again. Not again, not again, not again, not again.
Josh calls the entity in his home the Hat Man. Folklore says shadowy figures, especially ones wearing hats, aren't just tricks of the light. They're dark presences that feed on fear. Skeptics argue it's psychological, caused by sleep paralysis or stress. When Josh shared his footage, opinions clashed. Some said ghosts can't cast shadows, while others claimed shadow people are a separate, sinister kind of being. Josh's experiences go beyond seeing the figure. He's woken to find his cross flipped upside down, heard whispers that stop when he moves, and no longer feels safe in his own home. Whether it's a ghost, a shadow person, or something worse, one thing is clear. Josh is dealing with something deeply unsettling. A user going by the name OK, thanks 3022, posted a video that has really disturbed people. They said it was recorded at a restaurant where their friend works. Late at night, one of the security cameras picked up something that no one has been able to explain. The camera captured what looked like a ghostly figure moving through the closed restaurant. This faint, human-like shape glided across the space without a sound, then passed directly through a wall before vanishing. Its head appeared more solid, with long dark hair, while the rest of its form was pale and nearly see-through. The building had been locked for hours, so no one should have been inside. Whatever appeared on that footage did not seem human. A farmer in Chile was heading back from working in the fields when he spotted a kid wandering by himself along a dusty path.
Hey. Hola. Hola. Moi cojo. Huh? Moi Moi cojo. Huh? Ayo. Moi cojo. Vení, ¿dónde te vas?
He could tell the kid wasn't from any local family. He figured maybe the boy was staying over at the inn nearby, so he headed home. His wife then mentioned the inn hadn't had anyone there for weeks. That freaked him out a bit, so he rushed back outside, but the kid was already gone. None of the neighbors saw anything either. If he didn't have the video he recorded, he'd probably think he imagined the whole thing. Whoever that child was is still a total mystery. This man has been documenting strange things happening in his house. In one clip, his mirror cracks from something he can't explain. He believes a ghost might be behind it, but the video he filmed this time is by far the creepiest. After spotting something outside his window, what happens next completely unsettles him.
That's it. Well, I guess it is a window too. God dang, that thing's fucking filthy. Hello? Hello? Oh, Jesus. It's just my lighter.
The door suddenly opens by itself, as if someone had entered, but when he checks, the room is empty. It's already unsettling, and the following night, it gets even worse. Anticipating a repeat, he sits on his bed and records the door, waiting for the same moment it moved the night before. What happens next turns out to be even more terrifying.
Yeah, man, I don't know why. Now I got bad posture. I can fix that. Am I hearing things? Fun. Fun. David. Oh, hey guys. Hello? Hello? Oh, man. Something hell bad. Oh, dude. I don't like that, man. I think I'm gonna go somewhere.
The man decides to spend the night at a friend's place and tells him about the strange events at his house. But that same night, something even more unsettling shows up on his friend's bedroom security camera. A shadowy figure darts along the wall and then seems to disappear under the bed. It happens so fast, but it's visible before vanishing. The man explains that the flashing lights are from a motion sensor triggered by something in the room. What actually happened that night remains a mystery. A man thought he'd found his ideal apartment, a quiet, affordable place with everything he wanted. Soon, he realized he wasn't alone. Unexplained noises, footsteps, whispers, and thuds echoed through the empty rooms, turning small annoyances into disturbing paranormal activity. To document it, he started recording everything. But one night, while filming for social media, the haunting intensified into something truly terrifying. He followed the sound cautiously, and in the dark hallway, a drawer suddenly slid open on its own, echoing through the silence. Terrified, he ran from the apartment without looking back. Later, from the street, he froze at the sight of a dark silhouette standing behind the window, as if watching him or claiming the space. Hours later, with no choice, he returned, knowing whatever was inside was still there. These clips offer a stark warning. A new home can carry more than memories. It may harbor a haunted history. The figure seen at the window hints at something far more aware and malevolent than a simple wandering spirit. The origins of this unsettling clip are unknown. No one knows exactly when or where it was recorded, but the CCTV footage captures something far from ordinary. What begins as a seemingly normal moment quickly turns into something truly terrifying. At first, it looks like just a raindrop sliding across the lens, but things quickly take a creepy turn when it starts moving across the street on its own. For a brief moment, faint shapes that resemble ethereal wings appear, almost angelic, yet oddly unnatural, as if something supernatural is trying to reveal itself. Some skeptics suggest it could be clever editing, while others whisper about ghosts, angels, or even extraterrestrial beings. With only one camera capturing the event, the truth remains a mystery. Could it be a demonic presence, an alien, or a spirit caught on film? Whatever it is, it definitely isn't ordinary. This clip comes from a guy who was home alone, chilling in the living room, and scrolling on his phone when he suddenly felt like someone was watching him. He tried to brush it off, assuming he was just overthinking, until he noticed a figure standing outside his window. He grabbed his phone to record it, but couldn't catch the figure on camera. What happened right after, though, completely scared him out of his mind.
Okay, look, I'm really tripping out now. Something was looking at me through the window, and I heard I'm freaked out. There's something in this house. There's something in here. I'm telling you. No.
What starts off looking like just a nervous overreaction quickly turns into something genuinely creepy. Items in the kitchen begin moving by themselves, proving he wasn't just imagining things. Whatever's going on, he's hoping to catch more of it on camera, but even if he doesn't, at least this chilling moment is recorded. Whitney, who looks after a group of horses, usually finds peace and fulfillment in her work, but that calm is soon disrupted as unexplained events start occurring. Even the horses, attuned to the energy around them, seem unsettled by the strange atmosphere in the barn. Built on land once contested by two Native American tribes, the barn carries a troubled history. One ordinary day, Whitney records herself playing with a cat, not realizing that the video will capture something far darker.
Manny, Manny, Bo Benny. Lanny. Lanny. Hey. You really... What the... Yeah. I was up here. Huh. Nope.
As Whitney goes about her chores, a disturbing series of events shakes her sense of safety in the barn. Objects seem to be thrown by an invisible force, crashing to the floor and leaving her rattled. No matter how hard she tries to tidy things up, the items keep falling, filling her with dread and forcing her to step away. Still, she returns to continue her work, this time to lead the horses back into the barn, only to be startled by a strange, eerie sound echoing from afar.
Come on! Come on! Let's go! Diva! Come on! Hey! Why did that sound like a baby? You heard it too, didn't you?
In the quiet of the woods, an eerie sound like a baby's laughter drifts through the air, strange and unsettling in its unexplained presence. The haunting noise continues, filling the night with a creeping sense of unease. On another night, as Whitney leads 2 horses back to the barn, they are suddenly stopped by that same chilling sound.
Taxi. Hey.
In a terrifying moment, a disembodied voice breaks the silence, softly saying, "Hey." Both Whitney and the horses freeze, gripped by an immediate sense of dread. Moments later, a haunting laugh echoes through the air, sending chills down their spines. The frightening encounter leaves them all paralyzed with fear, the unknown presence too disturbing even for the normally calm animals. The next day, one of the horses grows visibly agitated, its anxiety quickly escalating into full-blown panic.
You gotta calm down. I ain't taking you out like that. Oh. I don't know what you see, but you gotta calm down, bud. There's nothing over there.
The horses start acting even more unsettled. One paces nervously and then suddenly stares off at something in the distance, clearly spooked. Another night, all of them get terrified, running around wildly and ignoring commands, keeping Whitney on edge as she tries to guide them. Feeling like something bad is lurking, she starts recording their walk back, capturing everything strange happening in the dark.
I am
In the darkness, a faint white figure appears, accompanied by a creepy, disembodied voice. At first, it seems like a trick of the light or the shape of a tree, but upon closer observation and careful listening, the ghostly voice whispers chillingly, "How did you not see me?" The words, though soft, carry a haunting clarity. The eerie encounter leaves lingering questions about whether Whitney truly captured a presence hiding in the shadows or a silent observer nearby. The following morning, the unsettling activity intensifies as the radio in the horse barn inexplicably switches on by itself. Sensing the need to document these strange events, Whitney picks up her recording device again, prepared to capture any further anomalies that may appear.
Jesus. Hey.
The radio suddenly turns on, sending a chill through the air, and things quickly get worse as the familiar music distorts and twists on its own. Among the strange sounds, sharp-eared listeners can make out haunting lyrics. "Somebody murdered us." Once the radio falls silent, a voice pierces the quiet with a single word, "Hey," followed by 2 loud bangs reverberating off the walls. Whitney, on edge, decides to leave. But as she heads to check on the horses, another eerie noise interrupts her. Even though no one else is around, the unmistakable sound of footsteps echoes through the barn, mysterious and unsettling in origin. On another cold, snow-covered night, as Whitney watches over one of the horses, a strange and eerie event begins to unfold.
Wait, what the?
A distant voice suddenly startles the usually calm horse, making Whitney even more uneasy when she sees a pair of eyes staring at her from the dark. She becomes convinced that some kind of sinister creature, maybe a skinwalker or something else, is watching her at night. Taking precautions, she sets up a night vision camera to keep an eye on things and catches a dark, shadowy figure in the distance. This frightening sight makes her wonder if this entity is behind all the strange events and the horses acting so scared. A man shared some really unsettling footage from a trail camera deep in the woods. Late at night, a figure wanders into view with his back to the camera, wearing only a torn cloth around his waist. His skin looks caked in mud, his hair long and unkempt, like he has been out there for ages. He doesn't turn around, just slips farther into the forest as if that place is home. A few days later, another clip in daylight appears to show the same person clutching a rough stick and moving in the same eerie way. It raises the question of whether someone is truly living out there or if something much more disturbing is happening in those trees. This video comes from CCTV of a closed auction house where no auctions or activity should have been happening. This auction house stores valuable and often ancient items for the highest bidders. Among these items is an old baby carriage, which was caught on camera moving on its own from one side of the room to the other. At the same time, the lights behind a closed door kept flickering, creating an eerie atmosphere captured clearly in the footage.
Could you see that in the window?
Could the carriage really be moving by itself? Are the flickering lights connected to some unseen presence? A wild scene popped off in north central Florida when a bright fireball streaked across the night sky. The thing wasn't flying in a straight line at all. It kept weaving around in this weird, uneven path, almost like it was changing shape on the move. What really threw people off were these random bright bursts popping up close to it, like tiny explosions in the sky. By the end of it, everyone watching was just left standing there, wondering what on earth they'd just witnessed. Right around midnight, this hiker was coming off a logging road when they spotted a truck's headlights shining from an ATV trail. The truck was just sitting there with the engine running, tailgate down, and a couple of shovels tossed in the back.
So I approached the truck, and there's nobody in it. The back gate is down, and there's shovels, and I look off into the distance, and I see what I believe to be headlamps. So I call out I said, "Hey, I was just checking on you, making sure everything's all right." So what happened was, the headlamps turned off. Nobody responded to me. And I immediately got shivers down my spine, and I knew something was up. And then I thought about the shovels. I've never seen anybody out here. Then I looked at the truck, didn't even have plates on it. And my in the truck, and I'm about a 100-meter dash to the truck. So I'm panicking now.
Feeling a spike of panic, the hiker took off. He stumbled, got back up, and made it to his own truck to grab something for protection. Right at that moment, another pickup suddenly blasted out of the trail and sped past, coming way too close to hitting his vehicle. He took off down the road, nerves shot, realizing that out there in the woods, it's the people you really have to worry about. On July 31st, 2021, a security camera overlooking an Australian cane field caught something weird. A tic-tac-shaped object zipped across the sky at what looked like twice the speed of sound. No wings, no engines, and totally silent. Still, it looked way too small and close to the ground to be a classic UFO. Many people think it might have been a ball moving past the camera, blurred by its speed, but the owner maintains that it wasn't the case. What do you think? The video was captured by Jesus Vargas, a police officer who works overnight shifts. One night, while patrolling the streets of Nayarit, Mexico, with his partner, they encountered something highly unusual. Two figures could be seen inside the closed school before the officers panicked and ran. What made it even more disturbing was their appearance. They looked like dark silhouettes, with no visible faces or clothing details, even when illuminated by the flashing patrol lights. It was long after closing time, the gates were locked, and no parent would allow two kids to be there so late. The officers searched the area, but found no trace of them. The next morning, they contacted the school, and after a full walkthrough, the staff confirmed the grounds were empty the night before. Convinced they might have witnessed something paranormal, the officers returned to investigate again.
Esta es la escuela. Ahorita le vamos a mostrar la puerta donde se miraron lo que se miró. No quiero decir qué es lo que se miró. Es esta. Esta es la puerta. Ya está una lona que no sé qué quiere decir. Vamos a bajar. Ay, cabrón, la chingue. Ese es el cancel. De verdad. Esta es la escuela por dentro. Son los salones.
The officers returned to the school to take another look, but everything appeared normal, and no missing students were reported that night. This left one troubling question. Who or what did they see? The two officers suspect they might have witnessed the spirits of children still connected to the school, repeating the last moments of their lives. A Reddit user shared plans to explore an old prison slated for demolition. The landowner gave permission, but issued a chilling warning. One of his trail cameras had recently captured something unusual in that area. The Redditor thought it was probably a hermit or someone living off the grid, but the owner warned it might not be human. So, what exactly did the camera catch? And what or who could be lurking near those ruins? Sadly, the user hasn't provided any updates since that post. A woman who owns a small cleaning business spent the day working in an old mansion. The former owners had warned her that every cat in the house had mysteriously died in the same room. While cleaning, she kept noticing fleeting movements at the edge of her vision, quick shadows that didn't seem connected to anything in the room. At one point, she saw a shadowy figure glide across the wall, though nothing nearby could have cast it. She tried to ignore it and finish her work, but the eerie feeling of the house stayed with her long after she left.
Oigan, ¿qué es eso de ahí? No sé qué sea. ¿Escuchan? Se escucha como si golpearan la pared. Oigan, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué
podrá ser. No sé si logran escuchar. Aquí ya me han apagado la luz anteriormente. Me da miedo pasar por el pasillo. ¿Escucharon? Hello. Ay, no. Ya me quiero ir, estoy esperando la ropa, ya me quiero ir. Se está escuchando muchísimos ruidos. Escucha que gritan. Ay. ¿Qué será? Voy a poner la segunda parte. Se están escuchando muchísimas voces.
That night, once she got home and tried to rest, the nightmares started. She dreamt of tiny paw prints spreading across her kitchen floor, leading to a narrow, decaying room where something small sat motionless beneath a locked window. Her friends brushed it off, saying it was just her imagination, residual stress from the creepy mansion. But the next day proved them wrong. Her next cleaning job was at another house, one where the previous owner had tragically taken his own life. As she finished her work, she noticed something that sent chills down her spine.
Si a donde te acabas de mudar te espantan, has vivido o estás viviendo en un apartamento, miren chicos, esos dedos también se mira como marca de dedos. Es increíble cómo va a ser esa marca ahí si ya limpiamos. Además se ve como que si se hubiera agarrado de allá arriba. Puedo creerlo. Es que ya aquí prácticamente ya se terminó. Nada más es recoger eso y vámonos. Ya vámonos, güey. ¿Escuchaste la puerta? Ya vámonos. Sí. Ahorita te ayudo ahí. Sí, escuchaste cómo se escuchó en la puerta. Así que, sí, ahí arriba. Ponme un comentario si donde vives espantan. No, ya nos vamos a ir. O sabes que haya pasado algún crimen, algo malo, ponme un comentario.
A handprint, far too small to belong to an adult, appeared clearly on the spotless surface she had just disinfected. Every inch had been scrubbed with bleach and steam, yet the print wouldn't disappear. Viewers of her videos suggest that her work exposes her to lingering paranormal energy, bringing her into spaces heavy with sorrow, death, and residual hauntings. Fortunately, she's learned a few spiritual protection techniques and insists she no longer fears anything following her home. Fabio, a man who describes himself as a practitioner of telekinesis, went viral after posting a video he recorded during a hike. In the video, he sat in front of a heavy log, concentrating as if using only his mind. The log appeared to roll slowly on its own. Telekinesis has long been associated with folklore, seances, and claims of spiritual powers. It was even studied in the 20th century, though results were never conclusive. Believers see it as evidence of psychic ability, while skeptics suggest tricks, hidden wires, or uneven terrain. What's your take? In November 2012, while reviewing footage from a trail camera in northwest Pennsylvania, a family spotted something unusual. A deer stood close to the lens, clear, but just behind it, a pale, semi-transparent figure appeared crouched among the trees. Some claimed it was an alien, while others dismissed it as a camera glitch. Even today, the owner remains unsure what the camera actually captured that night. About a year ago, a hiker explored the ancient Bronze Age site of Carn Uni. While going through the photos later, they noticed something odd. In one shot, a strange shape appeared on the right side of the frame. After cropping and zooming in, it became clearer, and it didn't look like the surrounding stones. It looked like a face. Do you think it's just pareidolia or something else? At first glance, the photo seems ordinary. Two people smiling outside a school one evening. But if you look through the window behind them, something unsettling appears. A pale face pressed against the glass, watching. They later confirmed the building was empty at the time. It had already been closed, so what could it have been? A Reddit user posted trail camera photos from Oklahoma that appeared to show a tall, human-like figure. One photo was unedited, another enhanced, and 2 more were included for comparison. The user said no one was supposed to be on the property at the time. Some viewers thought it looked like a soldier with a rifle, while others claimed it was just a digital glitch caused by low light. The feeder next to the figure was over 6 feet tall, suggesting the figure was at least that size. The image remains unexplained to this day. This clip was filmed as a group of explorers entered an old cemetery said to be unlike any other. Locals have long warned against visiting after dark, reporting eerie cries, sudden bursts of laughter, and the sound of heavy chains dragging across the grass. Some believe the cemetery was built over an older burial ground where the dead were disturbed long ago. The most chilling legend involves a child buried with a small wooden stool placed in the coffin so the child could rest their feet in the afterlife. A final act of love from grieving parents. Over time, witnesses have claimed to see the stool move on its own, as if the child's spirit continues to wander, searching for a place to sit. Those who have seen it are said to have ventured too close. When the explorers stepped inside, the night quickly took a strange turn.
Bien, 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 se volvió a mover. Se volvió a mover, amigos. ¿Cómo te llamas? Solamente quiero que lo muevas otra vez. Muévelo. Bien, amigos, bien, 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 bien. Me voy a acercar, amigos, me voy a acercar poco a poco. Me voy a acercar poco a poco, bien, bien, bien. Bien, bien, bien. Bien, bien, nos lo puso, bien, bien, bien. Uy, no manchen, no manchen. Hola. Dice que te sientes en el banco. A la madre, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso?
Suddenly, the stool began moving across the ground on its own. When one of the explorers reached toward it, it shot forward violently, freezing everyone in place. It became clear that the presence haunting the cemetery did not want anyone there. Despite the warning, the explorers continued, determined to gather proof of the paranormal. What they recorded next confirmed without question that they were intruding where they shouldn't be.
¿Vieron la botella? ¿Vieron la botella? ¿La vieron? Si estás aquí, manifiéstate. Escucho algo. Escucho algo. ¿Hola? Mira, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó. Al mismo tiempo, amigos, al mismo tiempo. Mira alguien ahí al fondo. Buenas noches. ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! No, 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 no. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Hola? Ay. ¿Quién eres? Ven, 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 ven. ¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Hola?
By this point, the cemetery felt completely different, like invisible eyes were watching them from every direction, and every step felt heavier with dread. The group started realizing that exploring this Palace of the Dead might have been a mistake. As they made their way out, they noticed a falling apart building just past the graves. Hoping it might be a safe spot to catch their breath, they went inside, but it quickly became clear that whatever was haunting the cemetery had followed them in.
Uy, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? Escuchen, escuchen, escuchen. ¿Alguien está aquí? Uy. Ay, Dios. Les voy a poner luz blanca solamente para que la vean. Vean nomás. Vean nomás. Ay, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen. Uy. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¡A la madre! Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, acaba de dar vueltas. Dio vueltas, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas. Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas eso. ¿Te encuentras en este lugar?
Something inside the building clearly didn't want the explorers there. After that last terrifying encounter, they fled and never returned. To this day, the cause of the strange events that night remains unknown. Was it the restless spirit of the buried child seeking peace, or the disturbed souls of those laid to rest beneath the cemetery, warning intruders to stay away? Whatever the explanation, this haunted cemetery continues to be one of the most chilling mysteries. This video is from the popular YouTube channel Archivo Extinto. Kevin and Alexis are exploring an abandoned university that's rumored to be haunted. Years ago, the campus was bustling, but one night, a sudden fire broke out, killing several students and a professor. The cause was never determined, and the building was abandoned soon after. Locals say that after dark, faint screams can be heard in the halls, and classroom lights flicker on by themselves, as if the lessons never really ended. Now, in a state of decay, the university takes a dark turn as Kevin and Alexis step inside.
Está muy saqueado, güey. Muy saqueado. ¡A la madre! Creo que lo vi, güey. Creo que lo capté. Creo que yo lo capté con mi cámara, güey. Lo que sea que hay aquí puede tocar de nuevo, puedes golpear de nuevo. Puedes seguir golpeando. ¿Qué se escuchó? ¿Esta madre? ¡Hala! Puedes moverlo de nuevo.
For several minutes, they hear eerie noises and witness strange activity, but what they capture next is truly terrifying.
¿Hay algo o alguien que habite este lugar? ¿Hay alguna entidad que habite este lugar? ¿Algún espíritu? ¿Hay algo o alguien que habite este lugar? Ah, no mames. No mames, no mames. Cámara 2. Cámara 2, güey. Se vio algo allá, se vio algo allá. ¡Hola! ¡Hola!
While standing in a large hall, they spot a dark, human-like figure appear in one of the windows, only to vanish seconds later. Could that shadow be one of the souls lost in the fire, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? A woman working the night shift at a 911 dispatch center knows how eerie a quiet building can feel, but what she experienced that night went far beyond ordinary creaks or flickering lights. Her evening quickly turned terrifying, making her question whether she was truly alone. This is the first clip she was able to capture.
So I'm just sitting at work, and I hear things fall in the lobby. Not sure. And the lights are off. They were on. Oh, and they're on now. All right, yeah, I'm gonna be done with that. Oh, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, what was that?
Because of confidential information on the walls, she had to point her camera downward. The strange events, however, had been happening for weeks. She reported hearing phones ring with no connection, drawers opening on their own, and soft whispers calling her name when no one else was around. The disturbances seemed to begin the same day her boss announced plans to relocate the center. Viewers speculated on the cause. Some thought the mention of the move unsettled a spirit tied to the building, unwilling to be left behind, while others believed the paranormal activity was connected to the tragic calls handled there, leaving a lingering supernatural presence. Determined to prove it wasn't just stress or exhaustion, she documented the occurrences, and what she captured next was even more disturbing.
Not work again. Polter's acting up as we're now referring to her. Maybe it's somebody. I don't know. Nobody should be here. There's literally no one here.
After uploading her footage, viewers urged her to take the next step. Try to communicate directly with whatever was haunting the dispatch center. Maybe it was trying to send a message, or simply wanted its presence acknowledged. Driven by a mix of curiosity and fear, she decided to do just that. What happened next is something she'll never forget. Take a look.
I'm going to do what some of you suggested today and try to communicate with the spirit at work. This is just a proof that no one is here with me. I'm here by myself. I'm here. Alright, I'm gonna try. Not once for yes and twice for no. Is there anyone here with me? Do you know who I am? Are you stuck here?
This is when things completely spiraled out of control. What happened next left her shaking and seriously thinking about quitting her job that very night. Whatever was haunting the place seemed to grow stronger each time she interacted with it.
So, y'all have been following my Polter diaries here lately. So I'm pretty sure there's something standing in the doorway to the break room. Am I crazy, or is that somebody standing there? Do y'all see that?
When she finally spotted movement lurking in the darkness, her fear hit its limit. After the clip went online, the arguments began. Some people suggested shadow figures aren't always malicious. Maybe it was just a lost spirit stuck between worlds. Others insisted it was something darker, a demonic presence feeding on her fear and growing stronger with every interaction. A few skeptics argued it was just stress from working long hours, nothing more than her mind playing tricks. But that doesn't explain what the camera recorded. Her boss eventually stepped in and promised she would never work another overnight shift alone. Many believe his decision wasn't just about protecting her, he wanted others to witness what was happening too. And when she came back with co-workers by her side, any doubts were quickly erased.
Hey guys, this is just an update to let you all know that I'm okay. I'm back at work today, but I'm no longer working by myself. I have someone here with me. Everything's been fine so far. We haven't had anything today, so and here we go. What was that? What? It came from the hallway. Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
From that night forward, the situation could no longer be dismissed. The noises weren't in her head. The shifting shadows weren't tricks of the light. Something real, something otherworldly, was inside that dispatch center. But after she uploaded her final video, everything went silent. No new posts, no follow-up, no explanation. To this day, no one knows what happened next. Did the haunting stop when she left the building, or did it choose to leave with her? Sarah frequently uploads videos of different houses, either as a hobby or possibly for work as a cleaner or real estate agent. One night, she entered an abandoned house that looked like it hadn't been touched in years after the previous owners left abruptly. She started confidently, but her courage quickly faded when a sudden loud bang startled her so much that she added a dizziness effect to her video to show the impact. She thought something in the kitchen might have fallen, but couldn't tell what. As she explored further, she heard faint, repeated knocking and other sounds that the camera didn't fully capture.
Vamos a ver esta casa, que ahorita la están remodelando. En algunas partes hay luz, en algunas partes todavía no han puesto bien lo que es la electricidad. Cambiaron muchos de los pisos, más bien casi la mayoría. ¿Qué es esto? Encontraron aquí 2 cuerpos en descomposición. Vamos a ver acá qué hay. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Sí escucharon eso? ¿Qué fue lo que se cayó? Pause un poco porque la verdad fue este pinche bote. Cuando llegamos, no sé si este bote estaba aquí o fue qué fue lo que se cayó. Cuando revise el video me voy a dar cuenta de eso. Ay, no mames. Siento que está alguien atrás de mí. Que está con todo esto acá. ¿Escuchan? ¿Se alcanzan a escuchar? Parece que se están como... Escuchen. Parece como que se están quejando. Esto está muy cabrón. Ay, no. Se mira bien cabrón allá afuera. Vamos a mirar de este lado. Todo esto estuvieron quitando el piso que estaba. No sé. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? No sé. Se mira una sombra allá atrás. Ay, no. No sé en qué cuarto o dónde los encontraron, pero mire. ¿Qué estás pasando acá? ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? La puerta se azotó. Pues... Mames, ¿aquí qué hay? Yo no había venido aquí antes. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Esta es una recámara? ¡Hey! ¿Están escuchando? Se escuchan quejidos. Encontraron 2 cuerpos en descomposición, pero ¿qué está allá afuera? Si se están escuchando lo que escucho. No sé en qué recámara. Lo más extraño es que removieron todo el piso. ¿Qué se puede ver allá? Hay algo ahí en la esquina. ¿Vas a mirar? ¿Este es uno de los baños? Ay, no mames. Ay, no puedo que... No quiero ir a asomarme. ¿Este es el baño? La recámara. Sentí que alguien estaba atrás de mí. Ay, que no. Está oscuro ahorita. Miren, no sé por qué quitaron todos los pisos. Vámonos. Todavía hay ciertas cosas aquí. Los que están remodelando la casa se han estado quejando. Escucha. Se han estado quejando. ¿Qué puedo hacer? ¿Aquí qué hay? No hay nada todavía. Los que están en construcción dicen que escuchan demasiados lamentos. Miren todo esto, cómo está el espejo. No. ¡Hey! Ya me tengo que ir, eso es demasiado. ¿Qué pedo con eso?
Ultimately, she decided to end the investigation for the night. What could have caused the loud bang? Were the knocking sounds just echoes, or something more sinister? A guy who recently moved into a new apartment says he's been dealing with constant paranormal activity ever since he moved in. He lives alone and mentioned that weird things happened at his old place too, just not nearly this extreme. One day, while filming a quick update for his followers, he ended up catching something on camera.
Amigos, no he podido subir Spotlight ni contenido aquí en Snapchat porque me estoy mudando. Apenas acabo de llegar a este departamento completamente nuevo, de verdad, mil disculpas, pero ya les prometo que ahora sí, en estos días, Estoy solo y me acaban de cerrar la puerta que está atrás de mí, que es la del baño. No es la primera vez que me pasa, justo eso les iba a decir, no es la primera vez que me pasa. No es la primera vez que me pasa, se los juro, y no hay nadie. No hay nadie. No es la primera vez que me pasa.
As he talks, the bathroom door behind him suddenly slams shut on its own. Then, one night around 3:30 a.m., he wakes up to strange, terrifying sounds. He grabs his phone and starts recording, and what he captures is absolutely chilling.
Son las 3:30 de la noche y estoy escuchando ruidos muy extraños. Lo más perturbador de todo es que la luz del baño está prendida y no hay nadie. No hay nadie. Voy a apagarla porque neta me está dando miedo. Hay alguien al fondo. Hay alguien al fondo. Hay alguien al fondo. Ya no hay nadie. Ahí está. ¿Pero por qué? Si la prendo desaparece. No hay nada. No hay nada.
He realizes the bathroom light is on for no reason. When he goes to turn it off, he suddenly sees a dark figure with a pale, grayish face standing in the doorway. As soon as he flips the lights on, it disappears. Shaken, he leaves all the lights on to try to sleep, but creepy noises wake him again, this time from upstairs. He goes to check it out, and things only get worse.
No hay nadie. No hay nadie. Esto tiene candado, no se puede abrir. No se puede abrir. ¡Qué mierda!
As he heads up the stairs, the rooftop door suddenly swings open by itself. For a brief moment, a creepy figure peeks out before disappearing. When he checks, the place is empty. The next day, the power goes out, so he lights candles around the apartment, and soon hears eerie sounds outside. What he sees next leaves him completely stunned.
Hace un rato se me fue la luz y he estado escuchando ruidos muy extraños afuera. Prendí unas velas pero ya me dio miedo salir, porque ya los ruidos ya empeoraron. Hay alguien parado. Hay alguien parado. Hay alguien parado. ¿Qué quieres? ¿Quién eres? Se le ve la cara pálida. Se le ve la cara pálida. ¿Quién eres? Por favor, ya déjame. Ya déjame. No hay nada. No hay nada. No hay nada. No hay nada.
A dark, shadowy figure covered in black stands motionless beside the bathroom door. When he yanks the sheet away, there's nothing underneath. The incident terrifies him so much that he ends up calling someone to bless the apartment. So, did he actually film a ghost, or is it all just a well-planned hoax? A family films their dog and young son as the haunting activities begin. The eerie events include a cabinet door slowly moving on its own, a doll that appears to talk or shift mysteriously, and miscellaneous objects being thrown across the room without explanation. The dog reacts nervously to unseen movements coming from under the bed, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Small, subtle details like creaking floors and flickering lights make the scene even creepier.
Ya lleva como 5 minutos chingando con eso. No me he querido levantar para ver cuánto tiempo dura.
Could the house itself be alive with some dark presence? Is it really a haunting or just a trick of the mind? A quiet suburb in Colorado soon became the center of a harrowing mystery that began with a missing person and escalated into a national tragedy. Shannon Watts and her daughters, Bella and Cece, were brutally killed by their father, Chris Watts. During the investigation, body cam footage was released showing 2 female officers entering the Watts home shortly after the family was reported missing. What they found inside left them completely shocked.
So there's your attic access right there.
So there's plenty of person here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow. Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It might. It sort of sounds like it.
Something. I heard it.
That one, did you hear it?
I did.
All of this footage was recorded on police body cameras and released to the public, leaving no room for alterations or fakes. Even more unsettling, a month after the tragedy at the Watts home, police were called back because neighbors reported seeing a woman moving inside the vacant house. When officers entered, the house was empty, but some viewers think they may have noticed something else. As an officer stands at the top of the staircase, it briefly appears as though a small shadow slips out from behind him for just a moment. It gets even stranger. A viewer who watched the full Netflix documentary noticed something unusual.
Let you know, I've been watching this documentary that everybody's been talking about. And right here in this room, there's a little girl standing right here playing. She's wearing like an orange shirt, and there's another girl right there, right there, right there. And there's another one right here, movement. You see her? Right here. See? Another girl.
There she go. There she is.
Some viewers initially thought the clip showed the ghost of one of the little girls, but it was actually Nicole's daughter, Shannon's friend, who reported her missing, simply playing in one of the Watts girls' bedrooms. Later, during a visit to the Watts home, ghost hunter Franco TV captured a new, unusual, and possibly paranormal video. While traveling through Colorado, he stopped to pay his respects, leaving a teddy bear and other tributes on the doorstep. Streaming the visit live for his Patreon followers, he hadn't intended to investigate. He was just honoring the family, but ended up recording something genuinely strange.
So this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. This wasn't supposed to be an adventure. It was only supposed to be me going to the Watts house to pay my condolences. I am up to date with what was going on with the whole situation, and I wanted to visit the house and drop off a teddy bear that I had purchased. However, I did decide to bring my live stream with me for Patreon, and something completely unexpected happened upon recording. Now, let's use a thermal imaging camera and seeing what we can see. This should actually be pretty interesting. Hold on, let me put the tan cam away for a second. That's the house through the thermal. This thing is awesome. I think I'm the only one. Ooh, that was weird. I don't know if that was me, but I think I saw... You know what's weird? Look at the front, the top window to the right. That one's the only one that it looks like there's something behind it. What is unnerving is that you don't see anything. Look at that. I am literally getting a heat signature right in front of that window. Like someone's standing there. Alright, so right now this video footage is only just so I could get a high definition footage. I'm going to be recording with a different camera on my thermal imaging because unfortunately I can't take the videos off of it. So this is just to show you that both windows are open. That's the window that I was seeing weird movement from. And apparently these two rooms, what I just read online, was the two little girls' rooms. What the hell is that? What is that? Does that look like someone with their head in their hand holding against the window? Look, and now it's changing. There it goes. What the hell am I seeing? Again, this is coming straight from an infrared perspective. Look, it looks like somebody else just came in on the far left. This was not supposed to be even a video. It was just a place that I came to visit. However, what I saw on the thermal I thought would be interesting to show you guys. I came here to drop off a bear. And I actually put the bear over here because it's like a little memorial here.
Could Franco TV have accidentally captured the spirits of Shannon and her children on camera? Might the officer's body cam footage show the family trying to reach out from beyond? What's your take on it? While carefully renovating an old house, Rocky Mills hears a disturbing sound that instantly sets off his alarm. What he discovers next terrifies him so much that he quickly retreats from the property.
Doing this cabinet crown. And I think there's a squatter in this house. I think it's in here. Hello? 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 Anybody here? Hello? Hello? The heck is that? Hello? Who is it?
He turned toward a door that seemed to draw him down into the basement, with a mysterious presence following closely behind. The door slammed shut with startling force, and his phone upstairs moved inexplicably, while faint scratching sounds added to the eerie atmosphere. The video appears authentic. Rocky Mills was alone, and no evidence of tampering has been found. Although open doors and windows could be explained by a breeze, the footage exudes a deep, unsettling sense of dread. What truly occurred in that house remains a haunting mystery. Anna and her husband were asleep when their cat started meowing at the door. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Then things shifted. Her husband got up and the cat suddenly froze, staring at one corner of the hallway as if something was there. In an instant, it ran back into the bedroom and refused to leave. When they checked, there was nothing unusual to be seen. They hadn't thought to record the moment, but later, Anna filmed herself describing what happened.
Oh my god, this is so creepy. Come in here and look at this. So I get up, I look into his office, and right? Okay, hear me out. My birthday was back in June. It was June 21st, and I received this balloon from a family friend, and I'm sentimental, so like I keep things for forever. I'll keep it until it deflates, and then I'll pack it away in my memory box. Don't judge me. But this balloon has been in the corner of our dining room since June 21st, and it has not moved. It was right here in this corner. My birthday banner or my birthday sash is still right there too. And again, it has not moved at all since June 21st. And I make a point to look at it every day because I've seen videos on here of balloons being creepy and moving around. What was it, like the Elmo balloon or something that like levitated upstairs? And the cats are all acting weird. Like you can see all creeping and being all low and sketchy. And this balloon is just floating around even though it hasn't floated around for the last 2.5 months. Please make it make sense. And not it coming right towards me right now. Hello? I just think it's so crazy that it like came from the dining room down our little hallway right here and then into this room. Like why? What is the reason? Oh my god. Where are you going? And I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, are there ACs on? We haven't had our ACs on in 2 weeks. In fact, we started to take out all of our window fans, and we even took the AC out of our bedroom just last night because we just haven't been using it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. This is so weird. I mean, probably just normal balloon activities once it starts to deflate and whatnot, but how bizarre. I just want to see where it's going. What do you think, Barbara? Barbara isn't. But again, it came from that corner. Are you traveling back to your corner? No? Not okay. So this is how my morning is starting off. Just going to be observing the balloon all day, I suppose.
A balloon that had been sitting untouched for months suddenly began moving through the house as if it had a destination. It glided forward, lowering itself to pass under doorways. In a way, balloons simply do not behave. Balloons float. They get stuck. They drift aimlessly. They do not deliberately duck under obstacles. Once might have been easy to dismiss, but when it continued night after night, Anna became convinced something was wrong. Trying to find a rational explanation, she started recording everything. Then it escalated. After the balloon incidents, she began hearing footsteps. This time, she was ready with her phone, and what she captured was far more disturbing.
I've been hearing footsteps, and no, it's not my husband. He's not here right now. Obviously, living in a house this old, quite used to hearing noises all the time, but I swear the noises are so much extra tonight. Especially upstairs, which is obvious. It's always up here. That's crazy. Thank God that's still locked. Could you imagine? We're just going to turn off my lights together, and we are going to bring my ass back downstairs for the night. And yes, I always leave lights on up here, because if I need to come up here quickly because I hear something, I'm not coming up here in the dark.
The chair in the corner starts rocking on its own. The moment Anna approaches, it abruptly stops, almost as if whatever was moving it didn't want to be noticed. Soft, whisper-like sounds in the background make the scene even more unsettling. Viewers quickly focused on her doll collection. The dolls stayed perfectly still while everything else happened, which only fueled more suspicion. Some comments suggested the dolls were an open invitation, while others warned that they were vessels rather than decorations. A few people even claimed the dolls appeared to shift positions between videos. Then, just when the situation already felt disturbing enough, Anna posted another clip that made everything seem even more alarming.
I swear I just heard footsteps upstairs.
In the newest footage, it's no longer only objects shifting. Distinct, steady footsteps can be heard crossing the room, and faint glowing orbs gather around the dolls, almost as if they are drawn to them. Many viewers took this as proof that the dolls are at the center of whatever is happening. What's unexpected is how calm Anna and her husband have become about it. They seem to have adapted to these incidents and even make light of them. Instead of talking about normal daily topics, their discussions involve deciding who will check out the next unexplained sound, questioning why the chair only moves when it's unobserved, or wondering whether that balloon was ever just an ordinary balloon. Most unsettling of all, the activity doesn't wait for nighttime. It continues in the full light of day.
Redoing our bathroom upstairs so that way I have my own private girly bathroom all to myself was such a great idea in hindsight until I have to come up here at 5 a.m. to do my skincare, and I'm greeted with these vibes. Coming up to my bathroom. Just not really sure how I feel about the situation. Yeah. But the gang is all accounted for, and Susanna is chill, so that is good, I suppose. Amelia, please. I did switch these two rooms around and reversed them, so hopefully the gang is okay with their new location. Susanna, please. But for now, I will just be in my haunted bathroom, doing my morning routine. Oh, hell no. Oh, absolutely not. Oh my god. Nor. Okay.
In one of the recordings, right after Anna says, "Coming up to my bathroom," a voice that isn't hers suddenly speaks. Some viewers think it sounds like a woman, while others are convinced it is a man, but everyone agrees it does not belong to her. Anna barely reacts in the moment. Later, though, she notices something far more unsettling. The bathroom door is unlocked. Anyone who has been following her posts knows that the door is never left unlocked. It stays closed for a reason. Whatever is in the attic above that bathroom is not something they are willing to risk letting out.
Just gonna. Yeah. No. Yep. We're not going upstairs right now, Susanna.
One afternoon, determined to confront the situation, Anna chooses to check the attic herself. She even ties a rope to the attic door before climbing up, worried it might slam shut and trap her. The idea that someone would have to take precautions like that in their own home shows just how tense things have become. Whatever is up in that attic still hasn't shown itself. Yet, with each new video becoming more unsettling than the last, it feels as though a reveal is only a matter of time. Leandro has been experiencing hauntings in his home. It's unclear if he actually moved to a new house, but his recent videos suggest a different location. The disturbances seem linked to a doll hanging in his kitchen, which he knows might be the source, yet he hasn't removed it. One night, he woke up to noises from the kitchen. Assuming it could be a rat or a thief, he went to investigate while filming. Everything appeared normal, so he left his phone on the counter to capture anything unusual. And suddenly, a bowl fell on its own. In another incident, while filming a room from a distance, a shadowy figure appeared and slammed the door shut. Leandro rushed to check, even though he was alone. The most unsettling event occurred when he checked his bedroom and found the doll from his kitchen sitting on his bed. Returning to the kitchen, he saw the doll still hanging in its place, meaning the one on the bed had mysteriously appeared and vanished.
Conseguiram ouvir o barulheiro da pega? Ó. Um pedaço do armário aqui, onde foi parar? Aqui fora. Onde o armário foi parar, gente? Que isso? Olha isso aqui. Bom, galera. Vou mostrar pra vocês como é que é. Eu vou tomar água. Como é que é tomar água às 3 da manhã aqui em casa? Vou deixar o celular gravando aqui pra vocês verem como que funciona isso. Super de boa. Caralho, a tampa tinha que cair, né? Caralho, alguém chutou. Quarto. Chovendo hoje bastante. Tá lá no quarto? Como assim? É a dona. A dona finalmente chegou. Oxi. Baixou a cabeça do nada. O que você tá fazendo aí? Que você quer ir de novo? Eu não mandei você embora? Hã?
The doll seems to be the center of the haunting, creating terrifyingly confusing experiences for Leandro. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.